Bloodbound Omega Episode 5. When the Bond awakens, the moment it started, his body stopped listening to him. Episode 5, asterisk, when the Bond awakens, asterisk, the pain wasn't gradual. It hit all at once, sharp, blinding, alive. Cale staggered back, his hand flying to his neck, as the burning sensation spread beneath his skin like something was waking up that had been buried too deep for too long. What is this? His voice broke. Not from fear. From the intensity. The Alpha didn't move. Didn't reach for him. Didn't interfere. He watched closely. Carefully. Like this mattered more than anything else. It's the Bond, he said, low and steady. You're feeling it come online. Make it stop, Cale snapped, but the words lacked control. His breathing uneven now, his body tense, reacting in ways he couldn't manage. I can't, the Alpha replied, not cold. Not detached. Just true. Cale's knees nearly gave out as another wave hit him, stronger this time, spreading from his neck down his spine into his chest, his limbs, his pulse racing out of sync with his thoughts. Something was wrong. Something was changing. I don't want this, Cale said through clenched teeth, trying to steady himself against the table behind him. The Alpha stepped forward then, not fast. Not aggressive, but intentional. You don't get to want it or not, he said quietly. Cale shot him a glare, anger flaring through the confusion. Don't tell me what his words cut off abruptly. Because the moment the Alpha got close again, everything spiked. The pull, the heat. The overwhelming, suffocating awareness of him. Cale's breath caught. His body reacted instantly, turning slightly toward him without permission, drawn in like gravity had shifted. No, Cale whispered. But he didn't move away, couldn't. The Alpha stopped just in front of him. Close enough to feel. Close enough to make it worse. You feel that, he said. Not a question. Cale's fingers tightened against the edge of the table. Yes. He snapped, frustration breaking through. I feel it, make it stop. The Alpha's gaze darkened slightly. Then softened just barely. I told you, he said, I can't. Another wave hit, stronger, deeper. Cale's head dropped forward slightly as he exhaled sharply, his control slipping further with every second. This isn't normal, he forced out. No, the Alpha agreed. It isn't. Silence stretched tight, heavy. Cale's instincts were unraveling. Everything inside him felt exposed, raw. Heightened. To aware the room, the air, him. Especially him. The Alpha lifted his hand again, slowly, deliberately, and this time when his fingers brushed Cale's arm, the reaction was immediate, electric. Cale sucked in a breath, his body tensing, then betraying him completely as he didn't pull away. Didn't stop it. Didn't fight it. Why does it feel like this? He asked, quieter now, more unsteady than before. The Alpha watched him for a long moment. Then answered. Because your body is sinking. Cale's chest tightened. With you? He asked, the words almost reluctant, a pause. Then, yes. The truth of it settled heavy between them. Unavoidable. Unchangeable. Cale shook his head slightly, trying to regain control, to push past whatever this was. I don't even know you. You will. Cale let out a sharp breath, frustration cutting through the pull. This isn't how this works. No, the Alpha said. It isn't how it usually works. That word stuck, usually. Cale lifted his head again, forcing eye contact. What does that mean? The Alpha held his gaze, steady, certain. It means you're rare. Cale's stomach twisted. I don't want to be rare. The Alpha stepped closer again. Not closing the distance fully this time. Just enough. You don't have a choice. Another pulse hit, less painful now. But stronger, deeper. Less resistant. More alignment. Cale felt it, hated it. And worse, didn't fully want it to stop anymore. That realization hit harder than anything else. No, he whispered again, but it lacked force. Because something inside him had already started shifting, adapting. Accepting. The Alpha saw it. Of course he did. His expression didn't change much, but something in his posture did. A quiet certainty settling in. This is only the beginning, he said. Kale's throat tightened. What happens next? The pause. Then the Alpha answered, calm. Unavoidable. You stay. Kale's eyes narrowed slightly, a flicker of resistance still there. And if I don't? The Alpha didn't hesitate. Didn't raise his voice. Didn't threaten. You will. Another pulse hit, this time not pain. Something else. Kale's breath caught, and for a split second he leaned forward, not away. Toward him. Episode 6, when control shatters, he thought he could fight it until his body chose for him. Episode 6, when control shatters, Kale didn't mean to move. He felt it happen before he understood it. That shift, that pull, that moment where resistance, every ounce of it, slipped through his fingers like it had never been strong enough to begin with. And suddenly he was closer. Too close. The space between them gone. His breath uneven. His pulse loud. His body no longer listening. No, Kale whispered, but it came out weak, unsteady. Already losing ground. The Alpha didn't move at first. Didn't reach. Didn't take advantage. But his eyes locked. Watching everything. Every reaction. Every crack. You feel it, he said quietly. Kale shook his head even as his body betrayed him again, leaning in just slightly, drawn by something deeper than thought. This isn't me, he forced out. A lie he needed to believe. The Alpha stepped forward then, closing the last inch of space between them. It is, he said, calm, certain. And that certainty broke something. Kale's hand shot up, gripping the front of the Alpha's shirt, not to pull him closer, but to steady himself. To ground himself. But the second he touched him, the bond surged, hard, violent, alive. Kale gasped sharply, his head dropping forward as the sensation tore through him, no longer just heat, no longer just pressure. Now it demanded. It pulled. It needed. Stop. Kale snapped, but there was no direction to it anymore. No control. His fingers tightened involuntarily. His body pressing closer without permission. The Alpha's hand came up fast this time, grabbing Kale's wrist. Not harsh, but firm. Anchoring him. Look at me. The command hit harder now, deeper. Kale tried to resist it. Tried, but his head lifted anyway. Their eyes met, and everything else disappeared, the room. The tension, the world outside, gone. There was only this, only him. You're fighting it, the Alpha said, his voice lower now, edged with something that wasn't just control anymore. Something tighter, strained. And it's breaking you. Kale's chest heaved. Because it's not mine to accept, he shot back, anger flaring through the chaos. You don't get to decide what I am, what I feel, his words cut off. Because the Alpha's grip tightened just slightly. Not to hurt, to stop him, to hold him in place. I didn't decide, he said. For the first time, there was something raw in his voice. Something real. And I don't get to ignore it either. That hit, harder than anything else. Because it meant this wasn't one-sided. This wasn't just control. This was pulling at him too. Kale's grip faltered for a second. Then why does it feel like I'm the only one losing? He asked, quieter now. The Alpha exhaled slowly, and stepped even closer, if that was even possible anymore. You're not, he said. Kale's breath shook. Then prove it. The challenge slipped out before he could stop it, sharp. Desperate, real. Silence fell between them, heavy, charged. And then something shifted. The Alpha's control cracked. Not completely, but enough. Enough for it to show. Enough for Kale to see it. You think this is control? The Alpha said quietly, a beat. Then his hand moved from Kale's wrist to his shoulder, gripping tighter this time. Grounded, real. This is restraint. Kale stilled. Because that was different. That was dangerous. The Alpha's gaze dropped briefly, then returned to his. Dark, focused, strained. Do you know what happens, he continued, voice lower now, more intense, when I stop holding it back? Kale's pulse spiked. His instincts screamed, but his body didn't move. Didn't pull away. Didn't run. Then don't, Kale said. Barely a whisper. Half warning. Half something else. The Alpha froze. That was the line. The moment. The choice. And for a second it could have gone either way. Then the bond surged again. Stronger than before. No hesitation, no delay. And this time neither of them resisted. The Alpha pulled him in fast, controlled, but no longer distant. Kale's back hit the wall behind him, and for a split second, everything in him went still. Not from fear, from impact, from realization, from the undeniable truth of it. There was no space left, no distance, no pretending. Only this, only them. Kale's breathing was uneven, his control gone, his thoughts scattered under the weight of everything crashing into him at once. This doesn't mean you own me, he said, forcing the words out, holding onto the last piece of himself that still fought. The Alpha's expression didn't soften, didn't waver, but his voice lower, closer. Different. I don't need to own you. The pause. Then, because you're already bound to me. Kale's breath hitched as the burning at his neck flared again, sharper, deeper. And this time it didn't fade.